board looks like a nightmare. So I'm going to let Joey go ahead and take over for a minute while he figures out what's going on.
Well, you see Chris O'Brien with Prime Speaker Bant, the other Prime Speaker list in the top 8.
I also see
the
Michael,
lone Prime Speaker Bant.
I see Michael wearing a jersey that you're a fan of, right?
I'm not a fan of the Colts.
I thought you were a Colts fan.
I'm not a Colts fan. Oh. Baltimore Colts, I like them.
Baltimore Colts.
Pre-1984. I like the Baltimore Colts. I also like the Baltimore Ravens.
I saw Joey is a Baltimore fan, and I'm a 49ers San Francisco fan, so we had to. Of course, we wanted to kill each other when we first saw each other. Well, he was happy.
I was fine.
But I threatened him, and it turned into him threatening me. Then the beer bottle got broken, and
I don't even know where the beer bottle came from.
I don't know either.
Drinking.
I got really upset, and it was an empty beer bottle we found on the street.
Let's go over this board state, which is very complicated. We had a lights out situation that happened yesterday, but the lights weren't out for 20 minutes.
Yeah, you're lucky.
Or 40 minutes. It was more like 20 seconds.
You're lucky you're a friend of mine. Otherwise, bad things could have happened. But there's a board here with just tons of junk on it.
Okay, so it's not junk, it's pants. So we have Prime Speaker Zagana at the top. Chris Bryant has the Prime Speaker in play. Thragtusk, an Arbor Elf, a Beast, 2 Absence Pilgrim, which look like they each have a +1/+1 counter from a Gavany Township. We have an Angel of Serenity holding another Angel of Serenity and 2 other cards, which presumably may also be a 3rd Angel of Serenity there. That's just Chris O'Brien's side of the board. Michael's side of the board, he has a Beast, a Restoration Angel, and double Thragtusk. So a lot more tidy on Michael's side of the board.
He just played an Angel of Serenity that's off camera right now. And it looks like he tapped 2 lands for it, but he actually just has 1,000 land in play, so it's a stack of 7 that he tapped.
Yeah, this is insane. So this is game 1, by the way, and we're only 2 minutes in. These guys did all this in 1 minute and 53 seconds. It's
right.
Oh, is that inaccurate?
Okay. We joined them. Joey passed.
Oh, we joined them 2 minutes ago. That's what that is. Just.
It's a common mistake. It's okay.
I mean.
Well, we've seen a lot of these top 8 matches go for a very long time, and not really on the back of slow play, but more or less when you have a board like this, it's really tough to settle the score. That's why I liked the old-fashioned sweeper.
That's right. That's why I play control spells, because I'm kind of a neat freak.
Yeah, me too. This is just this is an OCD nightmare.
It is.
I don't even know.
There's a Restoration Angel from Chris O'Brien,
which will create more tokens.
Who knows what it's targeting? Probably
Thragtusk will be, or he has Prime Speaker up. I can see in the corner. Never mind.
Yeah, there's a Prime Speaker there. He goes with Prime Speaker. Speaker is a house.
How many cards does he have left? That looks like.
Yeah, that was like an end of turn Sphinx's revelation.
Look at the cards. It looks like.
You think
many.
His library is pretty low?
I think his library is down to, it looks like less than 20.
Michael's like, why do I have Wolf Run? Can't I just have Drown Yard just this once?
Yeah, I mean, this is the time where you want that Drown Yard real bad. All right, well, right now we're seeing the next play here. I think he's counting the library.
Yeah, I think.
Did I guess
like
under 20?
15?
I did guess under 20. Look at that. I got the
it's under
eagle
20.
eyes
It's
here.
11.
11 cards.
Well, he better not play like Blightsteel Colossus and then blink that Prime Speaker.
That would be unfortunate. That would be unfortunate.
Because he would just draw all his entire library. That would be bad.
DQ for playing standard legal card.
Oh, I just got word that he would have a DQ for not playing a standard legal card, so I guess he couldn't do that.
Right.
Thanks, Jesse.
No problem.
No problem.
As long as he did, as long as he registered Darksteel Colossus, then he would just get a game loss, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Right.
If it's in his deck, it's probably in his hand by now, or it's in the bottom 11.
How did we miss this? How did the judging staff miss the
the Darksteel Colossus in the semifinals?
I think we're a little morning loopy here, tipsy here. Joey and I don't drink, but we do drink a lot of coffee.
Yeah.
So we're a little wired.
So yeah, Prime Speaker Zagana is on the board. It is sneaking up underneath the overlay up there. But in the meantime, a Gavany Township activation from Chris O'Brien is boosting the power of all his guys, also the toughness of all his guys.
Yep.
And he's asking, can I untap now? All right. He's counting his mana base there. The entire mana base, for the most part. He draws Garruk off the top.
His hand looks like all spells.
It does look like all spells. It's unreal.
I don't know what. I'm not sure what Chris needs to do here to win, because Michael has a lot of board too, so this is going to be a really grindy end of this game here.
Yeah, it's.
What he would do for an overrun right now.
Oh wow, yeah. Garrick Wildspeaker, he could just ultimate.
Right,
But
Garrett
that would be
Wallace,
another issue.
DQ. That would be a DQ. I think if he has two different or non-legal cards, I think judges will have a problem with that. So I think he's obviously having fun to play Garrick, just Planeswalker. Obviously, Garrick Ultimate will end this game eventually. So
All
he
right,
can.
so here's a lot of mana being. Oh no, never mind. He's just attacking.
Right. Oh, he must activate. Did he activate Township again? Is that what that was? He didn't up the dice though.
No. He tapped.
Yeah, I think he nodded. He said that he did. So yeah, third Gavin. All right. So that means. So he's undoing it? Okay, so
Yeah, well, I'm confused why the Thragtusk tapped because it doesn't tap for mana, and if he's attacking, which is what it really looks like he's
right,
doing.
he must have done it and then he
He changed his
undid it.
mind. Yeah, so there's no he untapped it. So he's attacking. He's attacking with 2 Addison's Pilgrims, an Arbor Elf, and a Thragtusk. Angel of Serenity, Augur, Bolus are both getting in front of the Arbor Elf. Arbor Elf appears to be just a 2/2. Does that look right to you? I believe the Arbor Elf is just a 2/2. The Addison's Pilgrims are 3/3s. The Thragtusk is I believe a 7/5 or a 6/4. I think it's a 6/4 just because I think it's only a 1 on that die. So
Yeah, this kind of combat makes you start drooling and hurts my brain.
not in a ooh I want to do that kind of way.
More in a I'm
I think
dumbfounded and I don't know what's going on. And honestly, like we talked about, there's skill and magic at all venues, at all angles. It's not control players aren't the best in the world. I mean, aggro takes a lot of thought with perfect combat and math. And even though I play a lot of limited where there's a lot of combat, it never gets this much. There's not tokens everywhere, this much power being thrown at each other, and having all these cards in your hand that add to the power. So here's the obvious play that is always done: the Resto Angel into Thragtusk. I'm gonna blink it here.
Okay, so the Thragtusks were going to trade, but instead Restoration Angel blinks Michael's and gains him 5 more life, gets him another beast, but still successfully blocks Chris's. Looks like the Arbor Elf.
I don't think I would have attacked in Chris's position here. I think we don't really have any great attacks. What I would have done is he's going to play Garrick here. I would have just played Garrick, and I would just plus it all day long.
He plays another Thragtusk.
Which is fine. He's got so much mana, he could just play the Garrick at some point. Yeah. But now you want Garrick out because Garrick is a guaranteed game ender. When Garrick does his -6 ability and makes a ton of beasts, the game is going to be over if Michael doesn't have a Wrath.
Which I don't believe. Michael does have.
He does have Wrath, but
I was thinking of him as a prime.
But you can still set it up to the point where you force him to do that with consecutive attacks. Just play it continuously, pump with Gavany Township, and then make it so he has to Wrath prior to the Garrick ultimating and have to have 2 Wraths. Then again, we came to this game late. We have no idea how many Wraths have been used.
That's true.
So
at this point, I wonder if I'm Michael, am I just trying to run him out of cards? You know,
that is where you have to be. 11 cards. You're not going to win in 11 turns against a Prime Speaker deck that has tons of creatures and tons of cards in hand. Well, he discards Prime Speaker because I do not think it's a May ability on that. Is it? Is it a May ability? Actually, I think it is a May ability.
But either way, he's got a legendary.
Right.
It's legendary,
if it dies,
another one.
Is the card draw a May? That's what I'm wondering.
Let's look that up real quick. No, it's not a May ability. There it is on screen.
So that is a suicide card at this point. So even if the original Prime Speaker dies and you want to have another huge creature out, the May not being on there will kill you. So obviously he's not going to cast any more of those.
Can we ask him to shift his board just so we can actually see the Prime Speaker that's on the board?
Somehow find the room.
Yeah, I know it's tough, but it's going to get tight. It's already pretty tight, but if they can just shift everything slightly to to Michael's left and Chris's right.
All right, so we have 16 cards in Michael's deck and 11 cards in Chris's deck. I guess Michael's going to attack here. He's not going to wait around. He does have a Wolf Run, I'm sure, in that pile. I can't see it, but I'm pretty sure he's got one somewhere in there.
Yeah, it's likely.
I'm just gonna assume he has one.
So, all right, Michael's going to attack with his angels. He's got Restoration Angel and Angel of Serenity, I believe. Or is it... Yeah, he's got Restoration Angel and Angel of Serenity attacking. Also, looks like Augur of Bolus is attacking. That Augur's getting some action. He just, blocking Arbor Elves and swinging for one. Alright, so I believe that is the declared attack. Possibly a declared blockers here. There you can see. Alright, thank you very much, Jesse, for moving that out of the way. You can actually see there's a Prime Speaker chilling out with 6 counters on it.
Man, that is a monstrous board there.
Yeah. So it looks like Angel of Serenity is getting in front of the other Angel of Serenity, so those are just going to bounce off each other. Restoration Angels, same thing, except in this case, actually they're not going to bounce. Chris's are bigger, I'm sorry. So Chris is going to take out Michael's Angel of Serenity. Chris's Restoration Angel is going to take out Michael's Restoration Angel. Normally they'd bounce off each other, but the Gavany Township has made it so Chris is trump Michael's, and he's potentially able to activate Gavany Township one more time if he needs to.
This is another problem between decks that have very similar creature packages. A lot of times you get to a board that's just full of each of them, and by the nature of angels with their larger toughness, you have a lot of tricky math. Obviously, Township and Wolfram makes it different, but think about why they're in this position in the first place. Probably because no one can really get any damage through.
You know, that Augur of Bolus I keep referencing is under the Angel of Serenity.
Right, yeah, it's one of the
I'm like,
remove.
why is he attacking with just Augur? Why is he block? This seems like a strange double block, Augur of Bolus, Angel of Serenity.
He leapt into the air.
It is,
he's under there.
again, you sit, that's a strange, Angel of Serenity is kind of odd that way.
It is.
Putting the cards underneath. I usually put them underneath facing down so that they don't look like they're actually in play.
Yeah, me too. Or
sideways.
Or in the RFG pile. I just put it to the side there.
I like keeping them under the Angel just so it's easy to see easy to know, like, okay, there are cards under the Angel and you can differentiate. But I put them face down sideways to the Angel so that they're, like, clearly not doing anything or affecting the game.
Right. I agree. That's because we all have our little OCD tendencies, and we don't like a cluttered board with things that are actually not on the board. On the board.
Exactly. All right. So Chris untaps at 28 life. That attack.
I think
managed to get through for 3.
Looking at his hand, it looks like he has every card in Magic that are in those colors. He's got Resto Angel, he's got Garruk, he's got Thragtusk, he has another Angel of Serenity, which is going to be an absurd card if it resolves. I don't know. Do you see a Caverns? Does he have Caverns in his deck?
Chris, you have Chris's deck. Here's Chris's. Yeah, it does definitely have 2 Caverns.
Okay, so if he has, I see. Oh, there it is. Caverns right there. So if he has it named on Angels, then it's a guaranteed resolve here, and he gets to remove a lot of beast tokens. What he's going to want to do here is attack, entice Michael to block with his Thragtusks, make them into beasts, and then be able to Angel Serenity, removing pretty much an effective Wrath of God on Michael's side. So his guys are all real big. The Thragtusk, however, one of them has only 1 counter, so that can trade with Thragtusk. The other Thragtusk has 2 counters, so with another Gavany Township pump, it'll be out of the range of the Thragtusk. Yeah, it'll be at 6 toughness.
Now both players just traded away their Angel of Serenities in that last combat, so both players' hands, even if they weren't already stocked, they just got another little boost.
Chris has the Angel Serenity chain going on too, so he's.
I don't believe
he's tapping. He's going to do the Angel first. I don't know if I agree with this. I think I'd want to get him to. He's going to try.
He's going to play Angel and it's going to get dissipated. Oh no!
Oh, it's on Wizard. It's on Wizard.
Yeah. So.
And that's dissipated. That's removed from game. He needs to. Cyclonic Rift shown, and is that the game? No, he gets to.
Yeah, so you dissipated, you're tapped out.
Yeah, that's lethal.
I'm going to,
Well, here, actually, let's see. No, he replaces all of his blockers -1, so is that enough?
What, there's 4, 8, 5, that's 13. That's definitely enough, right? He's bouncing his entire board,
but he gets 3
blockers.
So he gets to block 1, 2, 3, then he takes 4, 8, 13.
Yeah, let's actually do it.
Yeah, do it. Let's see what happens here.
So Cyclonic Rift happens.
Yeah, those 3 beast tokens, I don't think he's dead. I just don't see 22 damage. He actually, no, he might be. Let's see. So he blocks the 2 Thragtusk and the Prime Speaker, or the Smiter, doesn't really matter. No, definitely 2 Thragtusk and the Prime Speaker.
Yeah.
Then he takes
Takes
5,
10,
10 from the
18.
Angels, 18. So yeah, he's not dead.
But he might be dead pretty soon unless he has a Wrath.
And then even with the Wrath, he would need a backup there too.
Yeah, looks like he's going to end this turn.
But
at
Michael
4?
gets to put. What did he put? 3 Thragtusk in his hands. He gets to cast 3 Thragtusk, gain 15 life.
Yeah. Oh wow, this is crazy.
I think Chris really miscalculated here.
Yeah, I think he didn't account for the beasts.
And I still think he has the Angel in his graveyard, which needs to be removed in case he draws another one, because that is RFG'd.
Yeah, by the way, Angel, was dissipated. Angel of Serenity was dissipated.
So here comes... Michael can just replay Thragtusk, and then Resto Angel blink Thragtusk here.
Yeah, there it is.
Gain all of his life back, plus some. Or no, actually just gain all of it back pretty much from that attack.
Yeah, he just took 18, he's going to gain 15. That
and then,
Alpha Strike was,
if he would have waited till end of turn to get him with that, and then untapped and then been able to do some other shenanigans, Chris could have easily won with that Cyclonic Rift. Now, it pretty much did nothing to advance him on the board.
It was a lightning bolt.
Yeah, he lightning bolted him.
It ended up really,
I mean, Chris is still in a dominating position, but that Cyclonic Rift was really an ace in the hole that you could have used to really get Michael at an opportune time.
Yeah, usually when you've got the, okay, if he end of turn Cyclonic Rifts, Michael still has the beasts.
Right, he would have to untap and then play something else like Angel of Serenity, another one, or he would have to have something else to go with it.
Right, he needed to do, the problem is Michael had that dissipate, so if he end of turn, he would needed to bait the dissipate somehow.
Right, and I bet he could have done that with a Garrick or with an Angel. There's a lot of plays he could have done. What I'm saying is that Cyclonic Rift didn't need to be used now. It needed to be used when it would actually win the game.
Right. So you're saying he plays the Angel, it gets dissipated, but then don't Cyclonic Rift there.
Right.
And wait.
I actually wouldn't even play the Angel. I didn't know the Caverns was on that. I'd play Garrick or some worthless spells to bait the dissipate out.
Right.
Because Michael doesn't want to see a Garrick out, even though it doesn't really affect too much. It's still a dangerous card.
So Michael plays Angel of Serenity, grabbing Prime Speaker Zagana, Angel of Serenity, and presumably another card.
Right. No need to. He has a Smiter in there too.
Okay.
No need. No,
so it's not
Speaker?
Zagana. You're right. I'm sorry. That's
The Smiter.
that's the Smiter.
Yeah, he doesn't have the. I don't think he would want to give Chris back one of those. Actually, it wouldn't matter because he's not.
Yeah,
casting
I
that.
think he's fine with him.
I don't know
getting it
why.
back.
Why is he main phasing this?
So he plays Thragtusk. He plays Restoration Angel main phase, blinking with Thragtusk.
Chris doesn't have any
Counterspells.
counter spells.
Is that Prime Speaker still on the board? I don't know where it
Yes,
went.
it's over back on the left.
Is it still underneath? It somehow made it.
Oh no, where'd it go?
Where did it go?
It didn't die, that's for sure.
Maybe it is under the Angel of Serenity.
Oh yeah, he took it. Obviously, yeah.
That's my
right.
guess, but we can see it's a Smiter. We just can't see.
There's a Prime Speaker under there as well. Yes, he has a Prime. He took the Prime. He took the Prime Speaker.
Smiter, Prime Speaker, Angel of Serenity.
Right.
His own Angel of Serenity, presumably.
Right. All right. Well, Chris is going to start playing more haymakers here, and Michael's just going to hope he can survive until Chris is out of cards in his deck.
So Chris is going to go ahead and swing in.
Yeah,
for
definitely attack with the
everything.
Arbor Elf too, because he's not going to block the Arbor Elf.
Michael gained 10 there off of Thragtusk and then blinking it with the Restoration Angel. So Beast is going to get in front of the pumped Thragtusk. So it's not going to trade with Thragtusk. It's just chumping it at the moment. Looks like.
And this shows you the power of Township over Wolfront in this sort of mid-rangey aggro mirror. Wolfront obviously is better against control decks, but against these decks, when you have a board that just gets overwhelmed, the Township makes your creatures outclass your opponents.
All right, so Angel of Serenity is going to get in front of the other Thragtusk, and it's going to die there, but it's going to actually trade with Thragtusk. Restoration Angel is going to chump other Restoration Angel, and Thragtusk is blocking one of the Absence Pilgrims. So trading there, and then I guess the other Absent Pilgrims getting through, it looks like. And here we go with, looks like 2 activations of Gavany Township. So all this guy's getting real big. Those are 6 Absent Pilgrims.
Yeah, this is.
What have they been feeding those pilgrims?
I was gonna make a Thanksgiving joke, but we'll just, I'm not really into that kind of humor, so just everyone at home, you can fill in the blank there.
Just, yeah. Insert Thanksgiving joke here. Eating too much at Thanksgiving. That's I guess is that.
I try my best sometimes.
Cornucopia, of power and toughness.
All right. Well, he blocked with Angel Serenity, so he's gonna be able to Angel Serenity again. All right. Well,
pretty much all the guys
Michael
on
needs
Michael's side just
to
chump block.
cast a Supreme Verdict. Where are they? Have they been used?
Yeah, how many? He has 4, right? Or is it just? No, just 3.
Just 3. So he might be dry. He might be dry. He might be might have exhausted his wraths. He drew.
Poor Adam Liu waiting in the wings. This is game 1.
Yeah.
Adam's like, I would have been done like 3 matches by now.
All right. Well, that's a Farseek. That is not a Supreme Verdict. Let's see if we can get a glimpse. 1, 2, 3. All gone.
Okay, so that explains why they're.
All right.
Excuse me, why the Supreme Verdicts are not being cast. They've already been cast.
All right. Well, Michael realizes that Chris is going to be decked first again, but at this point, surviving to that is the key problem here. All right. See what happens here. Angel's Trinity is about to come down again. And that's about as Wrath of God as he can do.
Yeah.
I think he has 2. No, 1's in the yard. It's under the Restoration Angel. Alright, so he has 1. I'm just thankful that Restoration Angel cannot blink other angels, otherwise
Oh my gosh, it would be insane.
this would just be... I would just stop watching this match.
Alright, so Angel Serenity from Michael Bernat.
He's going to hit a bunch of heavy tokened
Yeah.
things.
So he's removing his own Angel Serenity.
Probably non-Thragtusk creatures with lost tokens on them.
Was that it? Just the Angel Serenity?
No, I think he pointed at the Arbor Elves.
I thought he did too, but
No, there's no reason not to remove them. I think maybe Chris is thinking about responding with a Restoration Angel to save one.
yeah, that's possible. But what for? What are you saving it? You know what I mean? You're just getting a 1/1.
Right.
I don't. You know what I mean? You
3/3
just
when he
want-
untaps, he's got the double township, so he's gonna be able to reassemble the tokens on him.
Beef him up again pretty
Yeah,
quickly.
I think he has 4 open. It looks like 3 from this angle, but I thought I saw one a little off camera. Yeah, he's got enough in it. He's gonna save one.
All right, so Restoration Angel is going to save one of the pilgrims.
The tokens are off that one, so you need to take them tokens off. You need to take those 5 counters off there.
Yeah, you're blinking that one. That's what they're figuring out. Yep. So
That'd be a neat trick otherwise.
it certainly would. Untap it, but don't remove the counter.
Right.
And Thragtusk to follow. Michael gaining 5 more life, staying in this game.
I bet I can guess what Chris is going to do this turn. He's probably going to attack with everything again. Nope.
Yeah.
I think I know what's happening every turn for the rest of this game.
Yeah, so Chris attacks with everything.
All right, well, Michael has 4 Zori's Charm in his deck, so he might have one here.
Yeah,
But he's going to do the double township here.
all right, so Chris activates Triple Township.
Oh, triple township.
So,
I think Michael's is ready to draw his next card and see if he's dead or not. Yep, there we go.
yeah, there it is. Okay, so Chris finally takes game 1 after a ridiculous board state. I mean, I think they realized how ridiculous that was as well.
Right.
Like,
I think got to the point where Chris was so eager for the match to be over. That's why he prematurely used that Cyclonic Rift.
Yeah,
he
I
just
think
wanted
you're
this.
right.
You play a game for an hour. you're ready to move on with your
Yeah,
life.
like, come on, let's get this over with. Plus, we know he had 11 cards left in his library, and that was several turns
Right.
ago, so he knew it was getting to the point where he was going to deck himself.
Absolutely.
Michael had 16 cards, and so, when it came down to who's going to run out first, it was Chris, so he needed to win before that happened.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I think it would have been... that Cyclonic Rift would have worked had he, played Angel or Garrick or something earlier on to bait any counter spells.
Right.
The thing is though, and I don't know how many counter spells
To dissipate.
Michael had already played. So he
Oh.
may have, you know what I mean? Like we don't know if Michael already
Right,
dissipated
if he-
something, and Chris thinks, all right, if he counters one more thing, I know his deck list, right? I know
Right.
this is game one. His main deck is just 2 dissipates. I don't need to worry about any more after this next one.
Yeah.
And then the Cyclonic Rift can just win me the game as long as it resolves at the right time.
Yeah,
And
I think
the problem
if-
was the timing part of it. So
Right.
he does successfully bait the dissipate. He just didn't do the math right to where to account for the 3 beasts that were going to be left over from Michael's Thragtusks.
And that would be the logical breakdown. And there also is a possibility that he is so far ahead that he knows I'm just going to slam my creature sideways every turn and get with triple gravity township, and my opponent's just going to die eventually.
Yeah.
So I mean, a lot of times when you're ahead, you play a little bit sloppy. But I think at that point, after he drew the cards off of the Prime Speaker, looked like 7 spells in hand with an army, when Michael looked like he was army-less compared. And after we saw the 3 verdicts in Michael's graveyard, we realized that this game was, for naught there. And like I said, when games go a long time, it gets pretty wearing on the mind. I played against Shahar Shenhar at a Grand Prix, and he had used Elixir of Immortality 3 times in one game against me, and I still drown yarded him out of the game. I milled over 200 cards to beat him in the game. That game lasted forever. And I was like, man, can I just mill this elixir for the love of God? And he used it the second time, like, okay, come on. So then I mill him. But at this point, he's only shuffling like 24 cards back in his library because of all the land he has out. And then he does it again. And finally, with an ultimate Tameo, I get a Thought Scour him out with 44 minutes used. So eventually, when the game is coming to an end, you just want to end it. And I think he was put in that position where he's just like, all right, no more logic, Cyclonic Rift, attack you with everything. Oh wait, you have 3 beasts. Rough.
Put that card on the screen for me, Jesse. Yeah, so I was just thinking, we're watching this game, and I'm like, wow, it's like with 3 Gavany Township, Chris is like overrunning every turn, except if he only had Trample,
Right.
right?
And we have a perfect card for that.
Yeah, I held it up for you so I didn't have to say it out loud.
It's secret.
Yeah, Jesse's like, I wasn't prepared to put this one on the screen.
Never even heard of this.
Yeah, well, it's a gate crash card. Crown Ceratok. Now, I mean, this might be a stretch, but look, it's a 4/3 trample for 4 by itself. That's really not that bad.
Right.
But if you're playing Gavany Townships, you just grant all your creatures trample. I mean, maybe, I don't know. It might be a stretch. I'm not saying play a bunch of these, but I don't know. It came to mind here when I'm sitting here watching him activate Gavany Township
just
repeatedly.
It's kind of like when I played Pike, I'm already filling my graveyard with instants. I just want to kill them quickly, and that would be another one. But I think you're probably going to win anyway, eventually with all the counters. But yeah, that would definitely expedite the process significantly.
Yeah.
Think about also maybe the Simic Guildmage could be a nifty little counter card there, because you
Right.
get to remove counters
it's,
and draw a card every turn. Every time you put Gavany Township, you just pay a couple mana and draw a card. So
Zamek Guildmage, right? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and you do have access to blue,
Right.
for the Prime Speaker. So Zamek Guildmage will let you remove counters to draw cards. That's kind of cool.
2 mana draw
interaction
card.
with,
It's pretty cool.
with Gavany Township, but yeah, obviously maybe those situations don't come up nearly often enough.
Yeah, usually when you get 3 counters on all your guys, they're pretty dead.
Well, you only need really one. I mean, just
Right.
saying, like, my guys are bigger and they have trample, so my Restoration Angels are going to trump yours. My Thragtusks are going to trump yours, but they're going to trample over.
Right.
My Beasts are 4/4s, yours are 3/3s. Things like that. You've already got the Gavany Township trump, which is great, but just that extra bit of damage might be worth it.
Yeah.
Just something that came to mind. Might be a stretch.
Something to boil over.
Yeah, play it locally, you know, and give it a shot if it works.
Right.
Pretty cool.
Looks like Legacy is about to start, so
We're pretty deep here into the top 8, but we still have a finals match after this semifinals, and then we've got Legacy. So got a lot of Magic left
right,
in the weekend.
All right, so I think they're both keeping, and Michael is going to have the fabled Supreme Verdict in his hand that we finally see.
All right, so we're underway. They're playing pretty quickly now. That game took so long. I think they're
Speed it up.
eager to get some Magic.
Like, I didn't
going.
recognize there wasn't a lot of just generally slow playing. It's just once these boards get that complicated, you have to go through every venue, every avenue to make sure you're not blowing the combat out of the water there. So Augur Bolus responding back here with Chris's Farseek here. So Michael, I like his hand. He's got lands and spells. Can't really complain. He has a Six of Revelation to refill later in the game. So let's see. I think a second Augur is going to come down this turn.
Yeah, first Augur gets in for 1, not leaving any damage on the board. Play that second Augur as you mentioned. What did he see?
I don't see anything. I think I
Okay,
saw
he
Garrick
left.
that went on the bottom. There's some kind of green card. I don't know if he has. Does he have Garrick?
No, I don't think
No,
he plays
so it was
Garrick. We're
some-
so used to seeing Garrick all weekend.
Yeah, this is actually, I think, is the only Bant deck that isn't chock full of Garrick. There's so many Garricks around.
Bant and Jund.
Yeah, and not only do they have Primal Hunter in their main deck, they have Relentless on the board to supplement it. Oh, we
Right,
see a Thragtusk here. Does he have double blue? He has single blue, yeah, because he had Jace
he had Jace
Memory
Memory
Death,
Adept,
and he would
but-
just slam that here against a no counter ability here. So, but he plays Thragtusk, which is not, he's no chump.
Yeah, not bad. Not
Yeah,
bad. He had
it's
just
quite-
one Hallowed Fountain there.
Right.
And also Restoration Angel off the top.
Well, that is quite good with Thragtusk, last time I checked.
It is. All right,
What
so
was his
Augur Bolus
combo?
gets in front of the attacking Thragtusk. Chris
Alright, so
passes back. Michael
gonna-
plays the land, and I think he's just going to pass as well.
Yeah, we're going to see definitely going to see a Resto Angel here at a turn. We're going to see some blinkage. We're going to see a little army created on Chris's side.
Yeah, I imagine we're going to see, another Augur, okay, from Michael. I was going to say he's not throwing away his chump blocker.
No.
He's either got a Restoration Angel or something else, and it was a second Augur, which finds him a Sphinx's Revelation. So
Right.
Chris now, end of turn, Restoration Angel, blink Thragtusk, go up 5 life.
Michael cannot be happy about that. It's tough to stop that interaction when you're playing Wolfram Bant because you're not playing Essence Scatter. You don't really have any removal at instant speed, so you're pretty much at the mercy of that 2-card combo.
So Augur Bolus gets in front of Thragtusk yet again. Beast and
he did not.
Restoration Angel.
He elected not to pump because he's holding double syncopates.
Uh-huh.
This is not good for Michael. He is, when you're facing a board disadvantage with creatures and your opponent has multiple counterspells in your hand, that's exactly where you want
Chris
to be.
is in an
for
incredible
Chris.
spot right here. He's up a game as well. Keep that in mind. He's got the board and he's got counterspells. The only thing that's going to really foil his plan here is an uncounterable Wrath.
Right.
Fortunately for Michael, he's got 3 of them in his deck. So
I think he might have one in his hand too. I couldn't see when he's flipping. I think he's thinking now. I think if he has the Wrath, you definitely have to cast it here.
yeah, otherwise Chris just keeps going to town here with his guys.
Literally. He's going to go to town
going
in a
to the
turn,
township.
and then he's going to untap and go to town again if he needs to. Well, he said go. Maybe he definitely does not have it then. So what's going to happen here? Michael's now going to Sphinx Revelation for 4, and here's the problem. When you have Wolfram Bant say go with 7 open, and you have double syncopate, you cannot activate Township there because he has to have that card. If he doesn't have that card, he's just dead. That means he's holding 5 land in his hand.
Yeah, I felt that was a little bit greedy. I mean,
Right.
Township's
I've,
great and all, but I
I've
think
made
at
that mistake
point-
multiple times where you have Drown Yard and you're like, I'm a Drown Yard, and he's like Revelation for a bunch. You're like, oh, you give him back in the game. Here,
Right, you just gave him more time, more cards, potentially drew a Wrath that he maybe didn't even have.
Exactly.
And you know how much power and toughness those creatures have
Yeah.
on the board when they're in your graveyard? You know?
yeah, the old 0 there.
Yeah, I mean, technically they have
He
power and
did
toughness,
draw the
but they have
Wrath
no
right out the
control.
Revelation there. He showed it to the cameras here. So here
yeah.
comes an easy Wrath of God.
So I don't know if that was already in his hand.
It
but
was not. It was not. I don't think so. It was definitely. He didn't really order his cards, reorder them, and it was on the end of his hand where he added it. All right, so that is not what he meant to play.
Oops, showed you the wrong angel.
A little peek here. Ooh, dissipate. And the
syncopate your dissipate.
The force spike, the daze, if you will.
Yeah.
The cycle complicate.
I like it.
The disrupt, if it was innocent. I can do this for a while, so I'll just stop.
Oh. All right, Chris's turn.
What's the
Untaps
3-mana
with,
one? Rune Boggle.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Boggle.
Okay,
So
now I'm done.
untapped with a Beast and a Restoration Angel, so he can knock Michael to 4 here. I think still you're in good shape here. Just attack and hold that syncopate. You know, play a land, hold the syncopate, pass the turn, and make him have it.
No, he's gonna Jace. And
Okay, that's fine too, but you know what? Jace doesn't do damage.
No.
Jace is an excellent card, but in this particular situation, you're like winning with damage. Now, if he plays around syncopate for what, 1?
Right. Well, he doesn't even have the blue. He had to use both his blue sources, so he's blueless currently.
Yeah, so, okay, Jace is gonna mill 10.
Also, when your opponent's at 4, I don't know if I'd mill 10 here. I think I'd +1.
You draw another card.
Yeah, draw a card because you're gonna win with damage now over that. But he has the Angel Serenity in his hand, so he knows that if he does deal with these creatures, he's gonna have to have a counter for the Angel Serenity, or the game is back to, yo, go ahead, kill my Angel Serenity. I get back. Thragtusk, Resto.
Yeah. I mean, Chris is still in good shape, but I feel like
I think I would have
done it differently. I would have kept the mana open, and I would have just sat there with my creatures.
Right.
Then again, I guess I'm a control player, right? I'm
Right,
like,
yeah.
I have. Okay, so then Supreme Verdict is the only card that would have answered that.
Right. When he only has.
But he needed to have the verdict, and that's the second one.
Right. I think he's playing. I think it's 4 now. He boards in 1, I think.
Okay.
So, yep. There's pros and cons. If he would have had a Detention Sphere there, or some other removal spell, then the syncopate would obviously be better. All right. So Jace is out. He's going to continue the 0 train here. His opponent's at 2 life. That is a Arbor Elf that is lethal by itself with a Gavany Township. So you can honestly just play Arbor Elf, pass turn with infinite syncopate mana open, 0 him with Jace again, and then now he's dead to the Arbor Elf. You have a syncopate to back it up, and then you have Jace as a super fallback.
I like your line.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's see if Chris does it.
Yeah. Nope.
He goes with something a little bigger than the Arbor Elf.
If Michael has Dissipate here, this is a pretty devastating Dissipate here.
Yeah,
Again, if you would play Arbor Elf, he's less inclined to dissipate that, and at the same pressure to deal with that.
Yeah, and if he dissipates your Arbor Elf, you're pretty happy with that.
Right. I don't know how many times in life Arbor Elf's been dissipated. It's not very many.
Yeah, that's a new experience for Arbor Elf.
All right, so Michael is
the
getting
mill
10 milled again.
I mean, theoretically, the mill 10 plan is going to get there pretty soon.
Right.
But,
Like I said, the backup plan, Chris is still in great shape here. He's worried about a Detention Sphere, and that's about it.
All right, so Michael think twice as his end of turn, and then finds.
So he's
thinks his
looking
revelation.
for that.
Yeah, he's
Detention
looking for
Sphere.
the sphere right now.
He already's milled 1. He's got 1 left in his deck. Did he draw it?
He's checking how many are left. It's more than 10, but not much more.
Right. If there's not a Detention Sphere in his hand, then yeah, he doesn't have it. So it's in the bottom of those last 15 to 20 cards-ish. So Jason's going to mill him again.
14 cards.
Not only is Jason going to mill him again, oh, he's saying go. He should have played the
I
Arbor.
think he says milieu.
Oh, milieu. Oh, I was like, whoa, go, yeah.
That was a milieu, yeah.
That's good.
It looked like a go,
Yeah.
but I'm pretty sure he didn't completely forget about Jace.
All right, this is
Hits the other detention
the
sphere,
ball
and I
game.
think that should be it.
That's the ball game.
Arbor Elf, go.
Okay, so Michael's going to untap down to no outs, and he knows there's no outs because he kind of shrugged when he saw his second detention sphere and he pointed at it.
Yeah.
It's kind of rough. It's hard to lose to a 1-card play, and
Yeah,
he
very
does
nice.
lose to it, and that's the power of Jace. He can just mill you out, and it's more the power of Jace.